Let's start off with quadratic inequalities. Let's start off with one of the questions and see how we can, solve a quadratic inequality. So, as we know, a quadratic equation is something, wherein you have something like this. Let's say x square minus 5x minus 14 equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, and we solve and we get a value of x. We can get two values of x in this case, right? And what is a quadratic inequality? So, let's say this question instead of this question this equal to 0, you have a inequality sign. So let's say you have greater than 0. This becomes a inequality, a quadratic inequality. So the sign can be greater than, less than, greater than equal to, or less than equal to. Out of these four signs you can have any one of the signs, and you have to remember few pointers which can help you solve this. So let's start off with the steps. So I'll just let you know the steps which you need to make sure to solve such inequalities. One is you all the terms take all the terms on left hand side, so LHS. So you can write take all the terms on LHS and keep 0 on RHS. That is the first point. Second is try and factorize left hand side. Try and factorize the left hand side, and then you'll end up getting the answer. So let's say how we can do this. So for this question, you already have everything on the left side. You just try to factorize this. Now if I try to factorize x square minus 5x minus 14, so now we already know the factorization method, so we'll just factorize. You'll get x plus 2, x minus 7. This is when you factorize, and this will be greater than 0. Now, let's just understand this question. Now, there are a lot of ways again to solve this one, but let's think in terms of quadratic. Now, for quadratic, you know that this is, if this is the x-axis, and these are the roots of the quadratic. In fact, this will become 0 when x is minus 2, and this will become 0 when x is 7. So what I do is I plot minus 2 and 7 here, and these are the two roots. I'm making a hollow circle because here we have greater than 0, not equal to 0. And now if you understand, here the leading coefficient was positive, right? So the graph will be something like this. The graph will go this way, right? And if you understand that this part between minus 2 and 7, this is below the x-axis, and this would be negative. And the part greater than 7, this is above the x-axis, so this is positive. So how we remember this is that when you get a root, the first root, anything on the right side is positive. Once you come here, once the root comes, you change the sign to negative, and here it's again positive. So it means that when you put a value of x greater than 7, then you'll always, this expression will always be positive. When you put a value less than minus 2, this expression will be always positive. And when you put a value between minus 2 and 7, this will always be negative. So he's asking you, when will this quadratic equation will be greater than 0? So my answer for this question will be x should belong to, so this is the symbol for belong to, x should belong to minus infinity to minus 2. This is one of the answers. Union, the other answer is 7 to infinity. Or I can write this as x less than minus 2 or x greater than 7. So hope you understood how you solve the quadratic inequality. Let's try one more question. So let's say now you have a quadratic inequality as 2x square plus 3x less than equal to 27. Okay, now you have this question. Now according to the first step, we'll take everything on left side. So let's take everything on left side. So you have 2x square plus 3x minus 27 less than equal to 0. Now you try and factorize this. When you try and factorize this, you will get 2x plus 9 into x minus 3 less than equal to 0. Now you understand this is the root. This will become 0 when you have minus 9 by 2, and this will be 0 when this will be x equal to 3. Again, you draw the graph. This is your x-axis. You plot the roots. So minus 9 by 2, and here you'll have 3. Now I'll put dark circle because this is, here you have equal to 0, right? So I'll put dark circle. Okay. Now again, as we discussed, anything greater than 3 on the right side will be plus. As soon as you get a root, it will become minus. As soon as you get a root, it will become plus. The quadratic will be something like this, right? Something like this. And he is asking for less than 0. So less than 0 is between minus 9 by 2 and 3, less than equal to 0. So I'll say x belongs to, I'll use box bracket because it is equal to 0. So x belongs to minus 9 by 2 to 3. Or I can write the answer as x is between 3 and minus 9 by 2. Now there are various methods to solve this in case if you don't use this graphical method. This method is also known as the wavy curve method. There is also one more concept, which you can remember to solve such questions is, and the method is like you have 2x plus 9 and x minus 3. You need it to be less than equal to 0. So you can also solve this by making cases. So let's say the case 1. So case 1 will be uh, both these both these brackets should be positive. If both the brackets are positive, then you will never get less than equal to 0. You will get less than equal to 0 only when one bracket is positive and the other is negative, or one bracket is negative and the other one is positive. So in case 1, what I'll do is in case 1, I'll take 2x plus 9, 2x plus 9 greater than equal to 0, and x minus 3 less than equal to 0. So when I do this, I'll get x greater than equal to minus 9 by 2 and x less than equal to 3. And see, so I got the same answer which I wanted. So this is the answer I got directly. Now if I take case 2, now case 2, in this case 2x plus 9 will be less than equal to 0 and x minus 3 should be greater than equal to 0. Now in this case you will get x less than equal to minus 9 by 2 and x should be greater than equal to 3. Now this cannot be possible. X cannot be less than equal to minus 9 by 2 and also greater than equal to 3. So this case is rejected. So only this case should give you the answer, and that is this, right? So this is the long cut of getting the same answer. The shortcut is using this wavy curve method. Now let's see one more question wherein you have something in the denominator and you have to solve the inequality. So let's take the third question. So let's say you have something like this. You have 2x minus 4 upon x greater than equal to 7. Okay. Now see the most easiest method, which we can think of in this case is, cross multiplying x and taking x here. However, in case of inequalities, we never cross multiply if there is a x in the denominator or numerator. We don't cross multiply. Why? Because in equations, we only cross multiply if we know the sign of a particular term. Because if the sign is negative, then the sign of inequality reverses. So since we don't know the sign of x, I will not cross multiply. However, I will take LCM. I'll take 7 on the left side and I'll write this greater than 0. Now I'll take LCM. So I'll have 2x minus 4 minus 7x upon x greater than equal to 0. So I'll end up getting minus 5x minus 4 upon x greater than equal to 0. Now if you want, you can multiply both sides by minus 1 to change the sign. You'll have 5x plus 4 upon x, and this sign of inequality will reverse. This will be less than equal to 0. Now you try and factorize this. So now again what you do is you make the graph and you check the roots. This will become 0 when x is 0, and this will become 0 when x is equal to minus 4 by 5. So I'll again make the roots here. So the numerator, in numerator you have less than equal to 0. So minus 4 by 5 I'll make a dark circle, and x is in the denominator, so denominator can never be 0. So 0 will have a hollow circle. Now again on the right side you'll have plus, then you'll have minus, then you have plus. Now we need, when we started the sum, this was greater than equal to 0, but we ended up getting less than equal to 0. So we need less than equal to 0. So less than equal to 0 is when x belongs to minus 4 by 5 and box bracket, but it cannot be equal to 0. So 0 you have round bracket. So this is the answer. So this method, as I discussed, is also known as wavy curve method, and it's very widely used in JEE mains, JEE advanced. Okay, and I hope you like this video. So till next time, take care. Bye bye.